Hi everyone. So in this lecture, we're going to go over an important topic called event delegation. So I've set up a simple web page here. It's got just some buttons, and it's got a JavaScript file that we need to link up here. And there we go. And what I want to do is I want to console log the data attribute on each of these buttons. So when I click log 1, it should console log 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and so on. And it's something like this where you've got a bunch of buttons that do a similar thing is a great use case for event delegation. And we haven't talked about that. That's not in the intro class. And what it will allow us to do essentially is to set an event on the parent that gets fed into the children. And there's a lot of good reasons to do this. But first, I'm going to kind of show you, what we've done before with event listeners, and then what improvements event delegation gives us. So let's start off with first just what we know. We can grab a button with document.querySelector button, and we're used to grabbing that button, add an event listener for a click that does something. And what I'm going to do is e.target. We're going to grab the number off of e.target. So e.target.dataset.num, I think, should give us this number. We're just going to console log it. Let's see if I did that correctly. Great. Okay. So we use query selector and grab that first button, because query selector, all it does is it just grabs the first button. First thing that it sees. So I got it working for this first one, but none of these others will work. And so previously we would have to do something like maybe add IDs onto each of these. So we could add an ID and grab like button 2. And then we could have another const here. Hashtag button 2. And hopefully you can see that I'm just sort of copying and pasting. So that's not ideal. So we'll save this, refresh, and now we get 2 working. Okay. So if I wanted to do this individually with all of them, we'd quickly just copy and paste, and that's not good. So I know you're probably thinking, hopefully, if you remember back to my intro class, well, Michael, we can get all the buttons with document query selector all. So why don't we try that? And you're right, we can do that. So let's, in the next video, we'll do that way, and we'll see the pros and cons of that. So see you in the next lecture.